Welcome to Kingdom Arena, the home to some of the big history, and we're going to see another one right here, right now. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's Charlie the Eagle Edwards, 5'6", 66.1-inch reach. And he'll be facing Roman Gonzalez, 5'3", with a reach of 64 inches.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
Charlie the Eagle Edwards, fighting out of the United Kingdom, the WBC Flyweight World Champion. Let's see what he's got for us in this one. And he'll be facing Roman Gonzalez. From Nicaragua, he surpassed his mentor, idol, and former three-weight world champion, the late, great Alexis Aguero, by winning world titles in 4 weight classes.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
This bout, all the talking has been done. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Well done with that counter shot. The straight right just misses. The stamina is off the charts. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement, moves left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Just missed with that hook. They have no respect for each. Did you see that? And it's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
Are you okay?
Who could forget when Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou right here at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia? Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Alexander Usyk. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. Alexander Usyk.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, as a young man, this is the Mecca. This is the place you want.
These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. That left hand hurt. Good-looking jab. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Can't score with that jab. Scoring hook. Good counter. Punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot.
Nice exchange here from both men.
Both men step back for just a moment. Swing and a miss with that hook. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
His round, he's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's
Be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off. Win the round.
go out there and finish him.
Here we go for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Misses with the straight left. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. With that counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Receipt, it's always coming. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. They got the momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance.
The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. He threw a punch and just got countered. They both want a knockout. You can hold that thought. An upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Are we about to see a first-round knockout? True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
So much for defensive abilities. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That time counter shot. A perfect counter shot. Will the referee stop it? Looks like trouble was averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skillful.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Oh, and Jake Paul couldn't handle any more of it. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
Shot from the gods, they say.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Good counter punching. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. And down goes Jake Paul. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Still focused.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp.
You were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots.
Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy.
What you do. Good work. So just keep him on the end of his jab. Get me timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots in there.
Use this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back into this. You're better.
The jab's working nice. Go 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't.
Behind your jab basics, get your rhythm back, then we go again.
Great one. Just the same again. Don't change too much.
There and win this round. You had everything in the bag.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Don't let him back into the fight.
Round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box it.
Time for the fifth round. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Catch and shoot. Which fighter will say no mas? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The jab not finding its target. You'd like to see more jabs. And down goes Alexander Usyk. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
And Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. 1 round, 2 knockdowns, each by a different fighter.
Sometimes you talk about...
Don't want you to load up.
On to the 6th round. Both fight. Went to the canvas last round. What are we going to see here?
I've seen that twice before. Both fighters knocked down in the same round. And you think, who's going to go back as confident? Who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters...
Oh my God, Johnny! What a nightmare scenario! And apparently no rest for the weary. Hold it right there! The defense failed them! We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe. Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. What's the referee thinking right now? And Jake Paul goes down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory.
It is Riyadh season in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and we're about to see another big-time fight here at Kingdom Arena. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Look at
Enzo the Big Mac Macronelli, an Italian that fights out of Swansea, United Kingdom. Lyndon King Arthur. Over half of his wins have come by way of knockout. Fights out of Manchester, United Kingdom.
pure bad blood.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, hailing from Swansea in Wales, here is a cruiserweight world champion, the very popular Enzo Big Mac.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Thank you, Todd. You know what? Outside it's hot. Inside it's roasting.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Got out of the way of that right hook. counter punch. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
They exchange punches. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter. Couldn't land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Macronelli in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
Just stick a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so we can't figure out.
Back. Get that jab back. Just boxing. Just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back.
Here we go for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? Straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. When you're fighting a counter-puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter-puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counter-puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Just missed with that hook. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Macronelli in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Right, let's get out there. Get your...
Good work. That's it. And breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath back. Good work.
Take the round off. Win the round on your jab. And breathe when you...
3 shots. Keep smart. The jab's working nice.
You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of a jab, and then start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks.
Keep doing what you're doing. Forget. buckle up here and he'll start tiring it.
Go out there and win this round.
The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter lands. There's a counter shot. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. Straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out. Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about McRanelli in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't live.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Perfect counter shot. He blocks the hook. The straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. That hook won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He's got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The straight right. And the Big Mac is down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
Let's talk about Macronelli in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job.
Great round, great round. Now, relax, relax. The jab's working
Come
now.
on, let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much...
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Together and put it back on him in this round. Don't worry about our round. Don't worry about our round. Let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round. It was us.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the
round. You got complacent. The fight's not over yet.
Don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take it.
And now you've let him back into it. Right, let's get out there.
Ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise they'll see it.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Smart. Ain't loading up, but you're still running with power shots. Don't forget the jab.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They stay around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Good counter punching. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Beautiful counter shot. Oh, and that was a big shot to... Oh. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? So apparently the referee deems it's not that serious, and this fight moves on. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Those fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Beautiful counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Macronelli in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Stick him on the end of the jab.
I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. The jab's work.
Confidence. Stop him in his tracks. Get out there and switch it.
Let's start the 6th. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Bad rematch, and Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot.
Whoa, Johnny. Are we about to see Arthur go down? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that Enzo couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
A shot from the gods took him.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, time.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Macron. And there's the bell for round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
His stamina is off the charts. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Macaronelli. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I...
And Enzo wilts down to the canvas. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I need to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build-up, what a journey towards this fight, what a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it, the fighters enjoyed it.
His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is ringside for this massive event here tonight at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Here we have the Myth. Up against them, ice cold. You've got to have it all in order to be a champion in this division. Welcome to the welterweight division.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
But first, the Myth from the United States of America. They'll be facing Ice Cold from Puerto Rico.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
The fighter... are in the ring.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
What a pleasure to be in this. And there's the bell for round one. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Straight right just misses. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
And we may see an early stoppage here. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Punch, counter punch. Good counter punching. Not a lot of defense here at all. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Well done with that counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice counter. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
He switched off. What are you doing? He was, of course.
I'm missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't move back into...
And he's going to be confident now. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out.
I'm already. The right hand's beautiful.
And there's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That jab won't score. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Didn't land that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minute. On to the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
The straight right just misses. Has he punched himself out? Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what,
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot.
Oh my God, Johnny! Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. I promise you, all three judges here. And there's the bell to start round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How about that time counter shot? Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A perfect counter shot. Incredible work rate. That counter shot lands. Good counter punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And don't forget to
back into the fray here in round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
The stamina is off the charts. Jab doesn't quite connect. That counter punch caught him clean. They're both trying for a knockout. The perfect counter lands. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round's still up, and the myth has been knocked down. Oh my goodness, I want to see that one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Well, this next round is going to be crucial because monitoring the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the respect.
Let's start the 6th. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Beautiful counter punch. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice exchange here from both men. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Smart, otherwise you'll see it and ride it out. Go up there.
Come back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
The right hand's beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't looking.
Right, let's go out there. Get your boxing back together.
Good job, and don't get carried away. Think about the defence on the end.
Win the round on your jab and breathe while you're stepping around. I need you to focus.
Here we go, it's round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Can't land that jab. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some and down goes the myth. We knew his chin would... It tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that...
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
God, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? The corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in? And down goes ice cold. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
You're right.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got the...
Here comes Bud.
This bout is scheduled for 4 rounds of boxing.
So they stare into each other. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. That's another scoring shot. His stamina is off the charts. Nice counter. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. How about the offensive firepower? Whoa, wait a minute! Oh, the big fella stumbling and bumbling! Still standing.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
There's a counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Butterbean in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, pal, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Just missing with the uppercut. Oh no, Butterbean! He's in trouble! We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Whoa, with Butterbean. Look out! It's not the Hindenburg. It's Butterbean who's down. Cue up the replay machine. I have... Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. And the world's strongest man is staggered. It somehow weathered the storm.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. He just rocked Butterbean, who's off kilter. Look out below. Let's talk about Butterbean in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
bell rings and we start the third. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh.
Whoa, Johnny! Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Good counter punching. Beautiful counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Oh, man, it takes a real shot to rock Butterbean, and that's what it was. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Look at the big fella get rocked. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What?
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And the world's strongest man is staggered. Beast Eddie Hall is down. Let's see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Let's talk about Eddie Hall. Back at it in round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. So time back in. Let's keep fighting. Look at the big fella get rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Step back.
Whoa, Johnny! And the world's strongest man is staggered. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. Disaster averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner?
Whoa, John, do you believe this? The world's strongest man is down. How about that impact? Let's see that again. No surprise there. It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time now for our tale of the tape, Vitaly Klitschko. Here comes Dr. Iron Fist.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Kyiv, Ukraine, and 41 knockouts in his 45 career wins, here.
All the talking has been... And we're underway in round 1. Good left hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That jab misses. Catch and shoot. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Nice counter shot. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want the knockout. And he scores with the counter. And he misses with that straight left. That jab doesn't find a home. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Pretty dominant round.